Oh my god, I'm here! I exist! Hi! Are we excited? I am so excited! Ta-da! Here I am! Ta-da! And what do you think of my gloves? I made them myself. Yes. It's not a 60. It's not a 69. It's not a 69. Hi, Babbo. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is... Jesus. Oh my god, it's lagging. Look, here we have a tea. Here. Tea! Ooh! Tea! Can you smell it? Oh! This one, I do not remember what it is. I am sorry, I do not remember, but it looks like it has rose petals in it. So I think it's some kind of rose tea. Yes. I usually label my boxes, but Jenkins was upset with me having some stuff around the kitchen, and he just poured them into the boxes, and now I have no idea what tea it is. Anyway, here you can see the little rose petals. Yes. It's magic tea, of course it is. I'm a wizard. What else could it be? And here you can see this tea. Yes, jasmine leaves and Earl Grey. Let's see here. This is a French tea I got as a gift. Oh my god, it's doing a thing again. It's called Pretty Good Breakfast. It's thé noir de Chine et de lundi, note de chocolat. So it's a bit of a chocolate one. Here's our first tea. Swivel about a bit. See how it changes color. Ah, yes. This is the which one was this? It was this one, right? The one I didn't have a label on. Yeah. The rose petals, yes. It does smell pretty rosy. Yes, see? It gets a little bit browner. Yes. As it opens the leaves. Yes. It smells a bit rosy, yeah. Tastes a bit rosy. It's a very light tea, you can say. Its flavors aren't very strong. I should actually strain it out. And here you can see the color. It looks yellower on screen than it is in real life. It's a bit of a light amber. Not my favorite. I can see how other people would like it, but it is a bit... yeah, a bit... not entirely bitter, but you feel it on your lips and on your tongue. Like it's not very smooth in that way. The flavor is soft, but it's not very smooth. Next. Jasmine and Earl Grey! The best tea I've ever tasted. I tend to really like this tea, because it has the slight citrusiness of the Earl Grey with the bergamot, which is a citrus, if you didn't know. Yes. Yeah, the jasmine provides a soft floral afternote and a nice bouquet. Yes, I have actually studied a little bit about wine. I'm not very good at it, but I have. Love that tea. Love that tea. Yes. And then we have the one with the chocolatey notes that I got from a friend. Yes. Doesn't smell like only chocolate. It smells a bit like rum. or something. Like a liquor. Usually, you're not supposed to steep tea for very long. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a liquor note. Interesting. I'm not too fond of liquor. This is one of my favorite teas and one that I have had actual olfactory hallucinations from. Yeah. It's a green tea with raspberry, I think blueberry as well. I have a saffron tea. Yeah, Lucelele. Lucelele, fare jul. Lucelele, fare jul. Nu är vi komna, så näst fare jul. Nu är vi komna, så näst fare jul. What else should we have? Here we have another green tea that I got from the same friend who gave me the other tea, the French ones. This tea is with passion fruit, and there's strawberry and vanilla. Yes, there are 3 teas. Yes, here's the favorite tea. It has little bits of raspberry and probably blueberry in it. Yes. While that steeps, I'm gonna have a bit of a munch. Ow. God, I love this. I love the smell of this. Part of the recreational, lovely part of tea is just the smell of it. So good. Yeah, you can taste the saffron. Delightful. Yes, I like it a lot. I tend to drink it near to tea. Yeah, passion fruit and other stuff. I love this one. The first time I smelled it when they came over and gave me this tea, I was just so happy. I was like, oh, I want it. And I even drank it without milk or tea or sugar, as I usually do take my tea. Here we have that tea, and it is very pale, as you can see. Yes, I do have this tea that I got in France called the Smoky Lapsang. And learning about these kinds of... Why am I stuck up here? Hello? No. Anyway, learning about the different kinds of base tea has made me a little bit upset at other companies who like, there's tea in it. There's black tea in it. Yeah, okay, but what kind of black tea? Where from? Is it a Lapsang tea? Is it a Souchong tea? Is it a... You know? I do sometimes drink tea like this. Especially these kinds from Daman Frère or Mariage Frère. Very good teas. Very, very good teas. They're just portioned in packets. So it's a very nice tea. Interesting. I usually drink with sugar and milk, but this doesn't need it. It's very smoky, kind of like the tar that you used on old ships, kind of like that. Like vanilla is a good symbol. You take a bite out of a ship. No, it tastes like that smells. You know what I mean? Very nice. Very nice. I should drink this without milk and tea. What else are we gonna drink today? Another Christmassy tea. It's Advents tea. It has cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, I think, ginger and pomeranz, which is like... It's like a gingerbread cookie, but in a cup. You can see that it's just full of zest and cloves and everything. The sad part about these ones is you can only get them around Christmas. Oh! The orange zest is really coming out now in the smell. Whew. Yes, in Gong Fu tea that I fairly recently found out about. It's really interesting. They have a whole little tea set and everything where they basically have one cup where they have the leaves, and then they have a little lid that they put on, and then they pour it into a second cup that's called the sharing cup, which holds enough for 2 cups. That's why it's a sharing cup. And then you pour that one into the 2 waiting cups for the people. And then you tend to just steep and steep and steep the leaves, and each steep has different flavors. The first one tends to be strong on the smell, but not very good on the flavors. Second steep tends to have much more flavor, and so on and so on. And then of course eventually they get not over steep, but yeah, they lose flavor and scent. It's just what happens to do. This one is pretty amber. And did you know that the best teas are the youngest first pick of the season? They tend to come with the best flavors and least side effects. So on the tea trees, they start out as bushes, but then they can get to tree height, and there are some that are hundreds of years old, almost 1,000 years old. And I don't know if the difference in flavor is noticeable. It would be interesting to taste. I have not bought such fancy teas. But I follow a guy on YouTube called Jesse. Also linked in my about section because I really like him. He's awesome. He's funny. And I recommend that you go and at least have a look at him. You can kind of see how the leaves have started to wake up. Come on. There. Yeah. It has a bit of a bitter, yeah, bitter note to it. Hush! You saw nothing. Nothing ever happened. I did not spill at all. Anyway. No! Oh, that's a nice color. I don't know if it shows very well. It's also very amber. Next tea, Ceylon Orange. Also very rolled up, as you might see. If it wants to focus on the... There we go. Huh? So this is the Ceylon Orange. I used a lot more water in this one. Come on, focus. Camera, camera, come on. There we go. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, I need to empty the thing. Strainer. That's the word. The leaves. Party time. Oh, you're drinking leaves. Ooh. I think a lot of people would say that this doesn't taste much. You know, we could make a specialty together. Oh, what kind of specialty are we talking about here? Spicy Davis. Sometimes you gotta leave feed alone. I leave you. Yeah. Bye bye. No. Delightful. Did we taste this one? I don't think we tasted this one. Ooh. Ooh. Oi. I think there's some mint in there. Come here, you. What is that? I think there's lemon. There might be lemon and mint. Yeah, I think it's lemon and mint. Interesting. I don't like bolognese. Ah. I forgot what I was doing. God damn it. I'm supposed to strain it. I like this one. I usually don't like, as I said. What are you doing, camera? Jesus Christ. Mint is still so-so. I can sometimes tolerate mint and chocolate tea, like a after 8 kind of tea. But this, we've had some normal tea, like a Ceylon orange. We have had some very spicy teas, like this Christmas tea that is cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, and ginger and stuff. Most of a specific tree. I've never had that. Interesting. This is another of the teas that I got from France. This Christmas. Yes. This is also from Daman Frère, because that's where I got my Christmas present. It's also a black tea. Now if I can remember which one it is. Yeah, I think this one is the Jardin Bleu. Well, the other one I drank was the Wedding Imperial. From Mariage Frère. Yeah. Okay. And this is the Jardin Bleu flavored black tea. It has, let's see, rhubarb, forest strawberries, and strawberry. Okay. Yeah, lychee. Yeah. Not lycée, like it's not university, it's not lycée, it's like lychees. Yeah. Oh, I love lychees. Oh, so delicious. Oh. What more do we have? What interesting things? Oh, I have a licorice and Illuminati. Yes. I have a licorice and this is going to sound very interesting for French speaking. Well, that's violets in Swedish. Yes. Palette cleanser. Oh! Oh! That was bitter. Whew. Why is it so bitter? Ugh. No. No. Bleh. No. Ugh, I would not serve this to my friends. Maybe my enemies. Maybe. If I'm feeling really mean. Bleh. No. Bleh. Bleh. What else do we have? I mean, I still have many teas. I mean, I have so many teas. It's difficult to choose, actually. I have one called Mother's Miracle. I don't remember what's in it. Since I have this one shop. Why do I get up that far when I do it? What? That's weird. Did you see my feet? Really, they showed? I have to check the thud. Yeah, clip it, clip it, clip it. That must be a problem with the VTuber Studio then. I'll have to look that up. That's new. And I don't like it. This one seems to have... What are these again? Some red stuff in here. Red little flower things. Can you see it? There. Other flowers. It's kind of creamy, but also kind of raspberry, I guess. Don't remember what's in it. I have to check on the website actually in that case. There, it's sunflower, safflower bloom, elderflower, quitten, and cream. What is quitten again? Some kind of pear apple looking thing, I think. Yeah, it's a quince. Ah, that's what it is. Quince, Sidonia oblonga. I've never eaten an actual quince. I've had quince jam, but not an actual quince. Onions. Onions. Into the water you go. Yes. Treating it with respect? What are you talking about? Ooh. I usually have this with milk and sugar or milk and honey, and it is very sweet. But it has a very interesting floral notes, several floral notes since there's several different flowers in it. But they do combine very nicely. Yes. There, you got some snuffles. Oh yeah, maybe I should actually... Splot. God damn it. I'm gonna go take a break soon, I think. Yes. You guys want more tea? Or are you over it? I'm starting to get over it. Over the tea. Yes, I'm not very good at keeping things up for long, so I'm a bit like, yeah. But yeah, I'm probably gonna quit soon. Yes. I'm kind of over drinking all these teas. I mean, I'm probably drinking like 15 teas by now. As I said, I'm used to drinking it with milk and sugar. So it's like, already done with tea? Tea time over? I mean, it's been 2.5 hours. Approximately. I can't drink however many teas. It will have to do at some... Also, my phone is kind of dying on me. As you can see by the absolute lag of... I mean, I've long since removed my hand, so, yeah. Gosh, yeah, that's laggy. I need to fix that for next time. Is that a smiley face in my tea? I'm glad you enjoyed. Yay! That was the point of this exercise. Yes, thank you. Okay, we're going over to gaming.